If my hair looks wet, it is. Just got back from our walk, our late night walk, part of 75 Hard. But without further ado, thank you so much for hopping in. Thank you so much for joining. This is another episode in the transformation series. Yes, I said 75 Hard at the beginning of this. That is a challenge we're currently on. But this entire weight loss transformation is all kept right here on a daily basis, where I update you on my food, nutrition, workouts, anything that's come to my mind, mental, physical, whatever it may be. I have a log here constantly going to talk over everything we do throughout the days so that you get a little bit of insight into my journey, and I can share that with you as long as keep a log for myself, keep something I can continue to look at as we go through this journey and keep me accountable in future days or in the days where it gets tough. So yeah, that's where we're at. Today was another gym day. Today was the start of the cycle. For anybody who's new here, I do a pull, push, legs, fill cycle. Fill is basically an active rest day. We're still getting some work in the gym, well, hitting some minor groups that I'm not targeting too much. But today was pull day, the start of the cycle all over again, and it was a good one. So going over the schedule, my sleep schedule, not great still. Could be better. It is currently 1:30 in the morning, so a little late there, but not too bad. We woke up earlier today, slept 5-6 hours to try to fix our sleep schedule. Granted, it's working a little bit. I'll be going to bed soon. Last night I went to bed at 6 a.m. We're looking much better for that today, so readjusting the sleep schedule and getting back into things. So woke up around 11 today, 11:30, so 5.5 hours of sleep roughly, and then went over to the gym to start off our day and got through a nice easy pull day. Sundays, there's not usually too many people at the gym, so it was good to get out there. It was a nice day out, a little foggy, a little rainy, but the weather was still decent. It was like 80 when I left, not 80, sorry, 70. Big difference there, my bad, but yeah, some nice weather to be outside in and to get our workout in. So pull day for me started that off with a lat pull down, as always my go-to to start things off. Full stretch in the lats and something that I feel a really good movement in. And then moving over to a little bicep work as well. So back and bis is my pull day. So we did some inside hammer curls on the single rope, which I don't know why, but comparing that to dumbbells for me, I tend to feel the cable a lot more. I don't know if it's the constant tension or the way I'm being able to squeeze at the top. Granted, I could do the same with a dumbbell. It's just a little more wobbly, less consistent on my reps. So we got those in, and those felt really good. Granted, we bounce back and forth. For me, I always bounce between a back workout, a bicep workout, a back workout, a bicep workout. So, excuse me. Immediately after that, moving over to some pullovers, which just normal, simple cable bar pullovers, get some good reps in there, and then some, oh my gosh, I can't talk, some bicep curls, but cable bicep curls where it's a little behind me and then bringing it up. Those also hit really good, and I'm a big fan of those. And then ending up our weightlifting for the day, moving over to a normal seated row. So I've been using a different grip for that. I tend to use the close grip a lot of the time with the seated row. There's a different grip that somebody had there previously that I've used a couple times. It's the wider grip with the handles that you can fully like wrap your arms around and get like that full, not to the chest obviously, I'm just doing the chest because that's all you can see, but like into my abdomen of just like a good pull and tight squeeze in the full rep, which those 10 out of 10 really enjoy there. So yeah, that was our weights for the day. Nothing too fancy, a pretty simple run through 3 back workouts, 2 bicep workouts, hit all the groups I really wanted to hit for the day, and then as always, wrapping up the gym with my 2 favorites, 30 minutes on the treadmill, 7.5 incline, 2.5 speed. One of my favorites to do. It gets me sweating, it gets me like feeling the weight come off, even though you can't obviously feel it, but it makes me feel like I can. And then wrapping things up in the sauna, and that was it for the gym. So yeah, great start to the day. Granted, my start was in the afternoon, so yeah, we're getting there. But got home, had some lunch, a late lunch for me, which pretty normal. One of my meal preps that, I don't know, the ground beef, chili, sludge, sloppy joe crap, whatever you want to call it. It's just ground beef, cottage cheese, some peppers, onions, tomato paste, or tomato sauce, sorry, all mixed together. It's basically a fancy sloppy joe that has a lot of protein in there, and then had that with some fruit, kiwi, and then a banana as well, and a slice of my protein banana bread. So that was our first meal of the day. Then it was a lot of just sitting around and doing chores throughout the day. Did some laundry, have a basket full of that right now that I'm going to fold as soon as I'm done with this video. Took a shower, did some dishes, and just relaxed, did a little bit of work on my computer. And then we got around to dinner time around 6:37. And granted, I usually do fast throughout the day. Today I was just feeling a little hungrier, which is why I had a late lunch. Moving into our dinner, it was another same old meal for me. A little chicken salad action, some just shredded chicken with a little bit of light mayo, hot sauce, and mustard. Mix that all together with a couple pickles. Throw that on some open face, like slices of bread, and just have that, which is a really good protein source. Again, low calorie on the meal, which is our goal for every single meal. Again, with a slice of the protein banana bread to go with that, just to make sure we're getting as much protein as we can be for as little calories as possible. Granted, not as little calories as possible. Still want to maintain a decent caloric intake for the day. I think today, I didn't do my calorie tracking, was roughly 1,200 calories, which isn't a lot, but it's what's been keeping me full. Granted, this thing does always help. Having 2 or 3 of these a day is always keeping me full. My stomach's always full of water. I'm pretty sure I have a good 5 pounds of water weight on me. Increase every time I have one of these. So there is that as we go. It makes me feel a little bloated, but water is great and it'll all go away when you need it to. So yeah, that was what our food and everything looked like today. Then again, just played some games, did a little streaming, and then wrapped up the night. Went on our little night walk, which I just got back from, and it was a little chilly and rainy, so my hair's a little wet, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Drying off a little bit now, but it was kind of cold out. Just listen to a podcast as I do my walks around the apartment complex. A little bit of jogging in there as always to make sure I'm getting my steps in. That walk individually, 5,000 steps. Add that onto our steps in the gym, another 5 or 6,000 steps there. Probably on the lower end since I'm not going too fast, so probably around that 5,000 mark, and then whatever we're doing rest of the day. But yeah, that is where we're sitting at right now. That was our day, and that's what that all looked like. I'm getting ready to go to bed soon, but before I do, I definitely want to talk about just general life stress for me. I'm somebody who loves to procrastinate, and that's kind of biting me in the butt right now. Taxes are due in a week, and I haven't done my taxes yet. I have a complicated tax form because I have like a W-2, I have a 1099, and I moved, and ugh. So trying to deal with that this week as it comes and not stay too busy with work. I do have a busy week ahead of me, and then I have family coming in this weekend. So very go, go, go for the time being. Gonna have to figure out things as we go, but that is... Sorry about that. Camera ran out of storage, ran out of space on the card, and that's where we were. But we were talking about taxes and then just being last minute to things. It's kind of the way I live. I live by it and I die by it. But constantly doing a lot throughout the weeks and doing a lot here and there has gotten me to a point where I'm definitely falling behind on a couple things. So this week is going to be a little more stressful for me. So if the videos are a little shorter, if I'm talking faster through a day or two, that is going to be why. So apologies in advance for that. But we're trying to make our way through. We're trying to have a good time with it. Still doing my reading, still keeping up with my 75 hard, drinking a lot of water, progress pics, these videos, streaming, school, like work. Not school, thank God no school, but work and then life on top of that. So things are going to be a little crazy. So please bear with me. I might miss a video or two this weekend with family coming in. They're coming into town, but we're staying at a little Airbnb 30, 45 minutes away, so I'm going to be staying with them. So I don't know if I'm going to have a consistent access to internet to be able to record and get everything done on that end of things. So it might be a quick little weekend recap video we might have. So keep your eye out for that, but obviously that is to come later in the week as we move forward with this week. Tomorrow is going to be push day. Going to try to get to the gym probably after a couple meetings in the day. I'm probably going to be in around 1 or 2 p.m. tomorrow for that, and then I have a late day of work getting done around 9 p.m. So we'll see what the day has ahead of us. If the weather's good enough, maybe getting a little tennis in and a little outdoor workout action would be ideal. I'm a big fan for those days. Those are some of my favorite days in a journey like this and in just life in general. I like being outside and playing games like that. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to wrap up things for today. Thank you so much for stopping in and joining me. Thank you so much for all the comments on the videos, the likes, subscriptions, etc. You guys are doing amazing with that. I really appreciate it. Anybody on a journey like me that I've been talking with in the comments, excuse me again. Good luck with your journey. You're going to kill it. Keep it up. Always remember, stay motivated with it. Stay disciplined. At the end of the day, as long as you're disciplined, you're going to see the results. You might not see them in a week or two, but you're going to see them in the long haul. I've been going at this for over 3 months now, and the difference is actually kind of insane. We're down almost 45 pounds. My life is, I'm much happier. I have a lot more energy. I'm able to do things I wasn't able to do before. All that stuff. So keep on the grind. You're going to feel amazing in just a couple of weeks. So just keep at it and you'll get there. But thank you so much for joining me. As always, do better tomorrow. Be a better version of yourself. Make decisions between today and tomorrow. The tomorrow you'll be thanking past you for doing. If it's laundry, dishes, schoolwork, homework, whatever it may be, just work. You'll get that done and you'll be very happy with yourself that you did that. And as always, thank you so much for hopping in. I'll see you in the next one. Later.